George is always recognizing everybody else, and I couldn't say it more eloquently than the comptroller. But this is a shock to him. I just wanted him to know how much I appreciate him. And it says, the Maryland General Assembly, official citation, be it hereby known to all that sincerest congratulations are offered to George E. Mitchell in recognition of being a recipient of the William Donald Schaefer Award. Your acts of service and generosity in the community have not gone unnoticed. Thank you for providing the community with life-changing resources. Presented on this third day of November 2017 by Senator Barbara A. Robinson of Baltimore City Legislative District 40.
Thank you, Senator Robinson, for being here with that. And this is presented on behalf of the state of Maryland to George Mitchell on the occasion of being awarded the 2017 William Donald Schaefer Helping People Award in recognition of your work to secure access to the newly named Langston Hughes Resource Center. Your ability to bring resources and equitable education, it's never cheap for the state or inexpensive for the state when I meet with George. He's good. And bringing housing, recreation to the Park Heights community with my sincerest appreciation for your expertise to establish a library and much needed programs by partnering with multiple organizations. Best wishes for continued success presented this third day of November. George, thank you.
We're going to get those framed. Go out of schedule a little bit here and just get the other elected officials to come up. Delegate Ali, Sandy, thank you. Belinda, come on up here. I take care of taxes, Belinda takes care of everything else. So we got everything covered here. Sandy, welcome. We got everybody here? Everybody here? Okay.
1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3.
Right. So, but first of all, I would like to thank everybody for coming out. I'd like to thank you for all these awards. You know, yesterday I got, day before yesterday, I'm sorry, I got an award from the Family League as a person of the year. You know, all the awards are nice people. They're really, really nice. But when I wake up in the morning and I see a kid that has no home, they have no food, I see kids out on the street that have no family member, the mother's on drugs, the kids on drugs, and they come in this center here and they tell me, say, Mr. Mitchell, this is a safe zone for me. And this award is not for me, it's for my volunteers. I ain't no way in the world I can do all this by myself. I have a great, great group of people. We see you right here. Organization, I just happen to be president called Neighborhoods United. Then we have another organization that actually runs this program called Youth Educational Service. And a lot of my board members, if you're on the board, please stand up, please. Matt. My volunteers here in the center. Everybody knows we call her affectionately Coach Baltimore. Yeah. And the newest member of the team here, Alan, and then we got Miriam is not here today. Hurry, raise your hand. Folks, it takes a lot, and then my chef over there, she's back in the kitchen, Beverly. It takes a lot to run this facility. It's a 43,000 square foot facility. If you don't know, we have upstairs. We have several libraries down here. Our cybersecurity school opens up Saturday, tomorrow at 12 o'clock. Randy Dennis will be here. We have a full-size gym. The Nike Association will be here. We're running basketball clinics. We have, as Carlos mentioned earlier, we have The Rock and Michelle here. I know, not the real one. We got two prior keys back in the room. And once you go back, they will say hello till you go back in. But we got so much stuff. We got a chef school that's opening up for kids from 6 to 14, where the kids will be able to come here for 4 weeks, twice a week, and learn how to cook.
Yes.
We put urban garden upstairs. So we're going to teach our kids and the community how to grow their own fresh vegetables. A robotics lab, a 3D graphics lab, everything that we need in our community for our kids to make their own choices and have their own opportunities. We have a Parkes Aviation Club. I don't know if you know this, but you don't have to have a college education to be a pilot in the United States. You can be 16 years old, and less than 1% of the pilots in the United States are black. And just think, the average salary is about $60,000 or $70,000 a year. If you don't want to be a pilot, you can be air traffic controller. Average salary there is about $100,000 a year. So what do you think will happen if we move that 1% to 5%? It's going to change the culture. And the only reason why our kids are not aviation pilots is because they don't know about it. So it's up to us to do that. And I say it all the time. I got one of my best friends, Mike, stand up. Mike Bell. Mike Bell is an aviation pilot. We graduated from Morgan State together, although he's a Q. But we graduated from Morgan State together. But folks, I'm going to tell you something. I can't do this without the folks I just mentioned. And I definitely can't do it without one of my best friends. This guy, when I first met him, we became friends immediately. He comes here all the time to support us. And let's give my good friend, Peter Francho, the controller. And I will say this is not the political arena, but I was at his announcement for him running again in Arbutus, Maryland. And let me tell you something, I support this guy 195%. And so he's been one of the best people in politics I've ever seen. We got some other friends here. Cranston, his father was pinnacle in my life. His father, Elmer Dias, was my wrestling coach and the college style football coach at Mervo. And I know Mr. Dias just come pick me up. We go to wrestling homes at the Naval Academy on Saturdays. Mr. Dias had an old car that kind of leaned to the side. Remember that, Cranston? But he would pick me up at 7:30 in the morning and said, man, we want to do this wrestling tournament. He said, I want you to be a champion. And this guy came all the way across town from Bel Air, Maryland to pick me up. And my mama said, where you going there? You going to we go to Naval Academy, we go all over the country to wrestle. And that started me to learn some things, that being successful is hard work. It's really hard work. Why in the world would I want to get up at 6 o'clock on a Saturday morning and go out just wrestle all week? But this guy was so relentless in trying to make me a better person. And I'm going to tell you something what happened. It's crazy. My son ended up going to Towson. He was the first recruit for Towson State University football player. And lo and behold, the Towson coach called me and said, George, I want to get your son in. He said, I'm going to tell you the reason why. A guy lives down the street from me that told me, if you get that boy, you ain't to worry about it because I know his father. Towson University football coach that recruited my son was a neighbor, Mr. Dias. And folks, this is what I'm saying. It's about relationships.
Yes, sir.
You know, we gotta love our kids.
Yes.
And I've been asking this for the last couple of weeks. How many of you told a kid that you love them today?
Okay.
Well, it's only about 15%. How many of you were told this morning that somebody loves you?
Well,
Less than 25%. Well, I'm gonna solve that problem right now. I love each and every one of y'all. And when you leave out here, you tell somebody today that you love them. There's so much stuff going on in this world. Our kids want us. They need us.
yes.
Little kid was in the office the other day. And she came in and said, Mr. Mitchell, I need help with decimals. So I came in and talked to my volunteers. First thing I do is make sure my volunteers knew about decimals. And I said, we're going to help you every 10 minutes when you come in to play basketball, honey. We want you to come in the first 10 minutes to work on your decimals. And I had a couple other adults in the room, and I said, do you know why we're doing this? She said, yeah, Mr. Mitchell, we want to help. I said, no. She looked at me all funny. She said, why are you doing it? I said, because we love you. And then the other parents said, we love you too. Let me tell you something, folks. That was the first time that little girl was told that somebody you love, but she's 12 years old. Think about that. Think about it. All your life, no one tells you they love you. No one tells you they care. And how you expect a child like that to be successful?
Come on.
How you expect that? You know, I spoke at the University of Baltimore, and the girl over there, she was very good with data and stuff, and she asked me to come speak. And I said some things that I face every day. I'm just tell you a few little short stories. That we had kids write things for their poems for Mother's Day. And one of the kids wrote, I know my mother loved me because she held the flashlight last night while I did my homework. Well, I was with these folks at the University of Baltimore, professors and all. They didn't get it. They said, what is she talking about? What is he talking about? They didn't realize what that kid was saying. They had no lights. See, a lot of us don't get this. Even in some of the instances I'm in, I don't understand it. People tell me, man, I used to eat mayonnaise sandwiches when I was a kid. I grew up in the project. I ain't know nothing about no mayonnaise sandwich. We always had meat. But think about some of these kids. We feed them after school program. We give a nice hot meal from Family League. And I asked them next day, what did you eat last night? They ate last night what we gave them. Think about it. One kid was in my program, and I couldn't get to this kid, man. I said, you fight, you curse, you're out of here. This kid kept fighting, kept cursing. I spent 75% of my time with this kid. So I told his mom, I said, ma'am, your child has put my program. I can't take this anymore. And she begged me and started crying to Miss Mitchell, please don't put my kid out. And she explained to me what happened to this child. This child's father got shot 5 times in the back. 5 times. And he laid across his child to protect him. When the police came, or the first responders, whoever they were, they put a cover over the body. And about 20 minutes later, they saw the body move. They didn't realize that child was underneath his father for 20 minutes. Now you think about that kind of trauma. So this kid, I kept him in the program. I said, you can act up all you want, son. Because I can't even realize that. And we have got, as adults, these kids come to me, they come in here, all they want is 2 things. 2 things. Love and attention. That's it. If you can't find 5 minutes out of the day to tell a child I love you, you can't find 5 minutes out of the day to read a book to a child, you can't find 5 minutes out of the day to encourage a child to have a snowball, what in the hell are you waking up for? Why are you getting up in the morning? Just don't get up. I get sick and I get tired of us making excuses for our children.
Yes.
We started off wanting to clean some alleys for our neighborhoods. And we had our meeting, and the first day they said, Mr. Mitchell, we need a supermarket, we need a library, and we need a rec center. So I made some phone calls, probably about 100. And we were able to finally get Save-A-Lot to come in. We had no supermarket in Park Heights. No supermarket. And now even that, we still only got one, which is Save-A-Lot. They came there and opened up a supermarket. One of the criteria, we said, you got to have fresh vegetables. You walk in there